We are recording, and Kate yesterday set up a YouTube thing. So we're gonna put them up the clouds, put them on a YouTube channel, so we've got the catalogue of whatever the fuck it is we do.
Excellent.
Right, today we're gonna be doing deep frying and shallow frying, but fucking frying. And we're gonna fry some chicken. We're gonna fry some cauliflower and cauliflower leaves.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, knew that would fucking have a little bit of an oopie. We're gonna do some fried onion in the shape of like some kind of bhaji thing. Now, I can tell you that I have never done these things before except one of them, right? There's only one of them that I've done, and it is gonna be this one, which is the chicken thighs, which I'm gonna cut up into pieces, mixed with yogurt and blah, blah, blah. That one I've done before. I've never done the whole chicken legs, and I've never done an onion bhaji, and I've never done the cauliflower. Never done these things before. None of that makes any difference because I can think it. I can feel it in my brain about what should be appropriate and what to do. Just the same as when you go into your fridge, you're gonna have to think about, well, how can I apply a strategy to whatever the fuck it is I've got? And when you think about how you can season, the different ways in which you're going to draw out the flavors and cook the thigh or the vegetable, you too will be able to choose a strategy that you want to employ that day. Everyone follow? Good.
Thank you.
Right, Bert?
Yes.
Put it on the pans.
Very well.
All right. So as the image changes from our director, editor, and potter, Bert, this should be your fucking pots, Bert. Right?
That's very true.
FYI. Everything I serve should be in your food, in your pots. Right. So in this pan, you can see that there's oil, and it's nice. It's rape seed oil, right? And it is some ghee, and I only put the ghee in because I run out of fucking oil. Okay. Yeah. And in this pan, can you see, there is more oil in this pan. And I didn't put any ghee in this one, but this one's going to be like the deep fryer, and this is going to be the shallow fryer. Okay?
Sweet.
Now, could I cook what I'm going to cook in the shallow fry? Probably. Could I cook it all in the deep fry? Probably. But I'm going to show you two different methods of how you can apply some deep frying and some shallow frying.
Sweet.
I haven't lit them. They're not alight, so I'm going to light them now.
I think Liv's trying to get in. Can you let Liv in?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Who's trying to get in?
Olivia.
Liv. I've let her in.
Olivia.
Well.
Thanks, Dean.
I'm just lighting these two, and they're going to be at a temperature which is going to be around 180 to 190 degrees. Now, I'm not using a thermometer, so how the fuck do I know what the frying temperature is? Well, I know because I have experience, but also, sorry, thank you, Bert, well done. Also, what I'm going to show you is I don't want to take it too hot because it'll start to smoke, but I'm going to show you the times at which I'm going to throw things in there, and you can see it at the right temperature, all right? It's a visual thing. It's an audible thing. You can hear it, and you can see it, the right temperature for both oils, okay? So we're going to get them warm first, and then we're going to fucking eyeball it and earball it. Right, good. Olivia, for you and Sylvia.
Yep.
Cauliflower. And the cauliflower leaves.
Okay.
And I'm going to do some onion. Now, we could do fish. Sylvia, do you eat fish?
Yeah.
Yes?
I do.
Yeah, I know, Liv. You eat fish, Liv, don't you?
Yeah.
So this could be cod. It could be monkfish. It could be salmon, blah, blah, blah. We can do this, apply this strategy to anything. Okay? So these are going to go, these are on medium. They're not flat out, they're on medium. those pans. Okay?
Okay.
Medium. If I go too hard on them and I get distracted, those fuckers are going to burn, and then we can't use that oil. That oil's gone over the top. It's gone fucking bitter. No good. So we're going to patiently warm those fuckers up. Right. So I'm going to try and think about this, because I've never done these things before except one of them. The thing that takes the least amount of time is going to be like the onion. Second is going to be the cauliflower. Third is going to be the chicken thighs. And the longest, I will be back. The longest amount of time is this motherfucker here, right? So in here is yogurt and chicken. Some chicken legs and some chicken thighs. And a bit of salt. Fuck all else. Okay? And I put it in there at about 9:20. I give it a few hours if needs be, but it could be buttermilk, but it's yogurt. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Put a few spoons in, mix it all up with your fingers, put some salt in, refrigerate, job done. It's got the skin on it, and it is chicken. Okay, so what I'm going to do with that is just take the excess yogurt off, roll it into a dry mix of flour and some spices that we'll cover in a second, and then shallow fry that fucker. So it goes really crispy, and it'll take maybe 20-25 minutes to shallow fry. So it's going to be the first thing we do, because as we do the other shit that doesn't take so long, this motherfucker's going to be cooking the whole fucking time. All right? And this is the one that the dry mix, the other one's going to be a wet mix. This is going to be a dry mix. And so there is a difference to what I add to the dry mix as the wet one. And when I say wet, what I mean is a wet mix is going to have raw ingredients in it. Okay? I'm not adding, in here, I've got some chili, garlic, and ginger that I've just prepped up a little bit, save a little time. So those are wet. Those are raw ingredients. If I fry those fuckers for 20 fucking minutes at this heat, they're going to go fucking black, and they're fucked. So I don't want that. If I do with the spices are going to fry, and we're going to gradually get them to golden, and that's fucking good to go. All right? So that's what I mean between wet and dry. Both dishes will have dry spices. One of them will have the aromatic things that we're going to add. Okay? And these are the ones that are going to cook within 5 or 7 minutes. Whereas the other one, because it's on the bone, and it's a whole piece of fucking chicken leg, that's going to take us around 20 to 25 minutes. All right? Good. So those things are doing nicely. It's all blah-de-blah. And my brain is thinking that I should get that fucking chicken on the go, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move the camera down to a plate or a shallow bowl. I mean, what is there a potting technical term for this kind of bowl, Bert?
I would call it a dish.
A dish. Thank you. So this is a dish.
Technical terms.
Right, it's a technical term. All right. That is plain white flour. Okay? And I'm just going to pour an arbitrary amount into this fucker. I have a selection of spices that some of you may or may not have. Again, you know, this isn't like a secret recipe. This is just like, can we spice some meat, deep fry it, or shallow fry it, and have it turn out delicious, or vegetable. God bless you all. Right? Yes, we fucking can. What could I add? I ask myself. Well, I can add any of these fuckers in ratios that make sense. So when I'm looking at coriander, buyer beware. Sparingly. When I think about turmeric, this is moderate. Paprika, go for gold. You can fucking overload that bitch. Okay? So all these things are going to have an effect on the overall flavor that we're imparting into our food. So in the chicken, I'm going to pour in some paprika. Here's a little mixed spice, which has cinnamon, coriander, nutmeg, clove, pimento, and ginger. Very, very little, not a lot. Like a quarter of the fucking paprika. Chili powder, I will not add. Turmeric, I will add to a sort of, there you go. That was like maybe a third of the amount of the paprika. Again, the same amount of coriander as I did the turmeric. And that's a gratable garam masala, which I'm going to move out of the way. Have I got anything else? Yes, I do. I have some garam masala. There we are. And I'll just pop a little bit of garam masala in. Right. Do I need to cover that?
You need to what?
Do I need to go over any of those details of what I just did?
No.
Justin, this is the mix for the chicken though, yeah?
Well, wait a second, sister. This is going to be the mix. This is going to be a base mix for nearly everything. What I don't use in here, I'm going to move into the other mixes.
Right, okay.
All right, so let me show you like the first bit first, and then I'll just divide it all up as I go. Right, the difference is I'm going to use a similar kind of blend of spices. I'm listening to my oil. I'm listening to my oil. I'm turning it down a little bit. I'm going to use a very similar ratio and blend of spices for everything I do. But I can't add wet to this. This has got to stay dry.
Okay.
All right. So, for example, if you were doing deep fried fish, you would put it in here. And then the residue of this, what's left, is you might add it to your cute cauliflower. Right. And then add the other ones like this. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Right. So this is the stages of which I'm not going to waste this. I'm not going to make a separate one for the other shit. I'm going to fucking use it because I need all of the stuff that's in here anyway. And I'm not going to use it all to coat 4 bits of fucking chicken.
Okay.
All right. So This is the first part. It will be very similar for the other ones. So here we have the spices that I just added in. Here's my fucking posh salt. And in goes my posh salt to a large degree, right? That was what we call a heavy handful.
Right.
Alrighty. I won't add any black pepper just yet, right? Okay, so here it is, and I'm gonna just rummage it around with my fingers. So this flour has all of that spice mix inside it, and we are seasoned, salted, ready to go. Alrighty?
Yeah.
Now, what I need to do is test my old thing. So I'm going to take a little bit of bread. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got my flour mix, and I'm going to take some bread. And my bread is going to tell me when my oils are ready. Bert, go to the other one. Other camera, please. Good. So if I just hold that in there, I don't know if you can see it frying, but the bread looks like it's frying. Ooh. All right. Just check it over the other side. And it is definitely frying. Now, the question I need to ask myself is it frying enough? No, it's not, because the other fucker is, right? So I need to turn this one up a little bit. The fry needs to be quite energetic, not passive. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because this bit's fucking important. Don't matter how many times I go over this. Who's
So what? It's going to like fizz and spit a little bit.
Charlie, who is that?
This is my housemate John Barker.
Are you fucking vouching for this fucker?
I'm back, John, yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm gonna vouch. He's in. Jesus. Give me a fucking stranger.
Sorry.
Christ. Right. So my test is back on me, but
Wait, who is that?
Oh shit. Oh.
I'm just finishing a mouthful of scrambled egg. Great. So my test is a piece of bread that I dip in, and I want this to go in, and then the frying goes watch like this around it. A very controlled kind of eruption of heat around this bit of fucking bread. If it just goes in and it goes boom, 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 nowhere near hot enough. Everything you put in that pan's gonna fucking die. It won't get crispy and it'll take the heat out of the pan. No good. So I'm looking for it to be alive as I put the fucking bread in. Right, starting to get there. And then, so by the time I do this fucking shit with the chicken, that'll be ready, and I'll show you. I'll try and get the camera so it's a bit closer and you can fucking see. Right. Okay. So what we need to do, I'm gonna use this yogurt for the other chicken as well. I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna take this yogurt, just drain it off a little bit, and I am now placing this chicken into the fucking powdery flour over there, which I'm gonna bring back in the shop. I just want to do one thing at a time. This has got the skin on. It's been sat in here for nearly an hour. You could do it for 3 hours. You could do it overnight, blah, blah, blah. There it is. Not too wet, but wet enough that it has the, it'll stick all the powdery stuff on it. Okay, like that. In it goes.
Is it crucial to do it in advance?
Is it, well, I mean, let's put it this way. The yogurt will tenderize the chicken, and I could have added spices to the yogurt and it would impart flavor. Okay? So is it crucial? Ideally, yes. And in this time where you got fuck all to do, you can definitely do it. I might also suggest that if it was something that I wanted to cook that evening, I would do it in the morning, just fucking throw it in, and then it's all done when I come back home. I could have added lemon juice, blah, blah, blah. You could just add what the fuck you want. Right, now, here is the chicken that I've placed in the flour. And I'm gonna roll and coat the chicken like that. Lovely. And so it is nice and dry. And the reason we use a dish is so we don't overspill. Do your dishes have these sort of like protrusions on them, Bert?
Flanges?
Flange. Do your dishes have flanges?
Depends on the occasion.
Right. So we need a special occasion for a flange. And righto. Now this is going to be, go to the other one, Bert. Right. So I've just tapped off the chicken lightly, and I'm going to, can you see this?
Yeah.
Right. I'm now placing it in there. Do you see how alive that looks when it fries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks lovely and alive, baby. Tap off one of the thighs, like that. Tap off another one, like that. And tap this fucker off. Last one. I got 4 pieces. Like that. Okay, now stay on the frying bit. Things to note is when I put the chicken in, that pan temperature is going to cool, so I need to respect that. And if the sizzle, can you hear the sizzle?
Yes.
A little bit.
Not really.
No. Hear it?
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the least amount of sizzle that I need. I'm just turning it up a little bit. That temperature's gone down too much. So I'm very sensitive to the sizzle, okay? Very fucking sensitive. If it's too aggressive, I'm gonna burn my oil and I'm gonna fuck it all up. Hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So that chicken is gone in at 20 past-ish. Okie dokie. And I reckon by 1:45 it'll be fucking ready to go. Now, back on me, Bert, please. Thank you very much. All right, so we got our chicken in and we're going to be listening to it the whole time. So if you were just doing that, all you do is pour the yogurt on, flop it in the fridge, make up your fucking spice mix, heat the oil, done. 25 minutes, you got fucking crispy, crunchy, like Indian-y kind of spicy fucking flavors that we'll finish off in a minute. All right? Now I'm going to do the rest of this fucking bollocks. So, the next thing I'm going to do is marinate my other chicken. And I've got the residue of the yogurt that I just had. And I prepped up a little bit earlier some chicken thighs that came in a packet like this. Okay? So I just deboned them, took the skin off, and I have those chicken thighs, which you can buy readily or get your butcher to prepare. Okay? I'm going to take a chopping board and I'm going to cut up this chicken and put it in that other chicken yogurt bowl. I'm going to cut these into moderate strips, so 4 incisions that I've made in one thigh. Put it in, do another one. Remember, this is having the wet mix. These strips will cook in around, I would suggest, like 5 to 7 minutes. I've just adjusted the heat down a little bit because as that chicken gets hotter, the oil gets hotter with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, done. Okay? Did everybody see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I have this bowl here, which has the yogurt in, and I'm going to now add, see this plate of flour with the spices? I'm going to pour some of that flour in, like that. I'm going to add some of these wet ingredients, like half of them. This was chili, ginger, and garlic. And I'm going to mix it with my hands like this. And it's going to be quite a thick, gloopy kind of fucking affair. Look. Look at that. Okay?
That's thin. That's thin.
See that? Yes?
In your ginger chili mix, garlic, is there?
Say what?
Have you got an oil in that ginger garlic mix?
No, no oil.
Just that stuff chopped.
Just plain, straightforward. Okay. Bert, go back to the other one. Other shot, please. Now then. I'm listening and I'm looking, and I need to be very sensitive. These should be lovely and golden, which they are. Fucking hell, for those. Now, can you see the color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful. Now, I don't want these to get too fucking dark too early. So they've been in there for about 6-7 minutes. And here's the balancing point. Put it back on me, Bert. There's a fine balancing point on the temperature of that oil. If it's too hot, what you're going to get is you're going to go too dark on the outside and you're not going to have cooked the inside. Now, if, for example, I feel that I can't get to a point where I can finish it in here, I'll finish it in the oven and I'll control the temperature in there. All right? Everyone understand that? So let's say I give that another 5 minutes or 7 minutes, get the other side brown. That'll be like 15. In my brain, it needs another 10 minutes. So I'll have that oven preheated at about 160, 180, and I'll just put them in there. And then they'll finish in the oven. And they should stay very crispy, and they'll cook right through, if in doubt. All right? And I don't know. I've never fucking cooked this shit before. So I don't know what it's going to fucking do. Great. Okay, we have, this mix is ready to go. And Bert, if you just pop it on the other one. I've got my piece of bread. And I'm going to check. Nice. I just need to turn it up a bit because that's sat there. I've turned it right down. So I need to turn that up a little bit. And I'm going to add in about 7 strips a go. The great thing about this is that you can do these in advance, and because they're chicken thighs, we all know you can't fuck them up, so you can't overcook those fuckers, providing you don't make them too dark on the outside, all right? So this is bolt on fucking easy peasy. So I take my tongs, and I add a strip into the mix, like that. If I had a bigger bowl with more oil, I would put more fucking in, all right? But I don't want to overfill it because it cools too much, and then it defeats the object of frying. One more, I think. You all see that?
Yep.
Yep.
Great. Remember I said these take around 5 to 7 minutes. It's almost bang on past, and we're gonna fucking leave those cook nicely. That's a very good shape for a deep fry. Can you see that? See that there? That's what you want for deep frying. Shallow frying, we've got this one, which started off a little bit like that, but we've turned it right down now.
Cool.
Okay.
Great. So whilst those bits of chicken are frying, back on me, Bert, we have a new bowl, and we're going to have a look at the vegetables. So when you buy a cauliflower, it comes with these beautiful leaves, and you can fry those leaves in this thing, because you fucking vegetarians don't have any meat to eat. You've got to get creative. So here is an easy way of being creative with some vegetables. So I'm going to cut around the middle of this thing here like this with one of my beautifully sharpened knives I did last time, and pop out the core. And yes, you can eat the fucking core as well. So I could cut that into like nice fine things like this, and I'll fucking deep fry those as well. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Fuck you all. Right? So I got these florets, pop those in, and I've got then these things. Right? Okay. I believe that this is, this is pretty much fruit picking, unskilled labor, Any Eastern European Sylvia can do this shit, don't you worry. Why is it? The only unskilled labor comes from fucking Eastern Europe. I don't get it. You all seem very competent to me. Right. In they go. Like that. I'm gonna go, Bert, come back to the chicken. Right, now, let's have a little looky. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. That is fucking beautiful. Now, I'm just going to take it down a little bit. Remember, I want it cooked. I'm going to check this fucker. Lovely. I don't know if anyone can see that. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which way am I going? There. Fuck that. Fucking beautiful. So we're good to go there. They're in. They went in at around 20 past. They've had 15 minutes. I mean, I can push the meat and tell when it's cooked. So, you know, but just for the sake of it, we'll do the time. Good. This one's got about another 3 minutes, which will give us just enough time to, back on me, but just enough time to do these things. Here is some fresh yogurt that I'll just pop in, like that. Only a little bit. And you remember the old mix that we had with some of the flour, like this. We'll pop that in. About half and half, I suppose. And, yeah, lovely. So I'm gonna get my fingers in there, mix it. Spence, say hello to everyone. There we are. So we got some leaves, we got those little fine bits, we've got the big florets, you know, we've put yogurt in, and we've put some flour with those spices that I just fucking made up and just plopped them in there and blah, blah, blah. Great. That's ready to go. And if I want to, which I should do, I'm going to add in some of these fucking wet things, like the chili and the garlic and the ginger. And now they're all mixed in. I'm going to rinse my hands off. Away we go. Right. Now, the 7 minutes is almost up, and that chicken is virtually ready to fucking come out. Bert, back on the old thing. Great, lovely. Fucking hell, he's on it. I give him a little press to see what I get back, what feedback I get back from the meat. And I'm happy that those fucking things are ready to come out. So I put a piece of kitchen paper in a tray, and we put those on the tray to drain off and rest.
Yes.
My God.
Anyone who's in close proximity better come and have a fucking have a takeaway bag here, because this is fucking delicious. Right.
Oh.
Now then, stay on this one, Bert. So remember what I talked about the heat earlier. I'm going to turn the heat back up again because I'm putting cold vegetables in this one. Okay.
Okay.
So I take a floret.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I put it in. It's not alive enough. No, no, no. It just fucking died on me. No good. No good. So I take it back out and I wait patiently. Did everyone understand that?
Yeah.
So the heat's going back up and I need to get that fucking oil hotter. This is deep fucking frying. Come back on me, but in the meantime, here we have a golden, and I'm fucking, it's golden piece of fucking chicken thigh that is absolutely delicious. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut through it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's fucking perfectly cooked. It fucking tastes amazing. It's fucking beautiful. Right. One of you fuckers better come round this fucking edge now and pick some of this up.
I want some.
Right. Fucking beautiful. Right. So, here we have the same shit that you get out of a fucking bucket made at home for fuck all. To finish this off, I'm going to add lemon juice. I could add some coriander, some parsley, some mint. I could have a little fucking yogurt dip with some fucking bloody blah and whatever. But you get the point. You're left with this. That's fucking beautiful. It's absolutely delicious. Right. Back over here, Bert. So now we've gone, I've turned that up for the time that it took me to explain how delicious that fucking tasted. I'm going back with my cauliflower floret, and I want to see how alive it is. Now it's alive. Right. Can you see that bubbling?
Not really.
Yes?
Yeah.
You gotta have it like that, everyone. It has to fucking bubble. Now these ones, something around that size, will take around 3 minutes. Take fuck all time. Because remember, you can eat a vegetable fucking raw. Okay? So, back on me, Bert. All we're waiting for with the vegetable is for it to get golden brown, and it'll take about 3 minutes at that heat, and then we whip the fuckers out, let it rest, and it'll residually cook itself, and you've got a crunchy, fucking flavoursome, dippy fucking item that you can eat and eat and eat. The leaves will take like no time at all, and we'll do the leaves next after this. So we've done the longest thing first, which is this chicken, which is almost there, and that's like 1/4 I said it'd come out, and we'll take it out 1/4. Then we did these things, the little goujoni things, which took X time, and now we're doing the fucking veg. So you can see do the longest thing, the medium thing, and then the shortest thing. All this shit can be reheated, all right, or kept warm in the oven, depending on blah. Or you can just fucking cook it and eat it like I do as you go. And then you're having little nibbles, and you're not having to fucking sit down and eat a big meal, if that's what you want. Stay there, Bert, on this one. So we got the cauliflower doing. These chickens are now, yeah?
Oh, yes.
I'm surprised that either Jordan or Meg hasn't fucking left in the car. One of the fuckers is coming up here.
Look at that.
Beautiful. What does a packet of chicken thighs cost? Fucking like £4? £5 if you're in fucking Cheltenham? You know, it's nothing. It's fuck all. And it goes a long way, all this fucking garbage. It goes a long fucking way. This is like £7 worth of meat. And like, I can't eat it all. It's just too much. So we've had about 2.5 minutes for the collie. We're going to take that out. Lovely. Drain it on a little bit of paper. I'm going straight in with the leaves. Like that. And that. And that. That'll do. The leaves will take like a minute and they take fuck all. Oh my fucking life. Look at that. See it?
It looks lush. Yeah.
Fucking hell, Liv. You never want a pork scratching again. Fucking stunning. Fuck me. Almost ready for this chicken to come out. Almost time for these leaves to come out. And then I'll just turn everything off. Because, you know, I'll keep this in the fridge for a few days, this chicken that I did, and that. And I'll just keep it there until later, and I'll fry it again, do it again, and do it again. I'm not in a rush.
Can you reuse the oil?
Yeah, I'm going to show you now. Turn the oil off. Turn that off. So I've turned both pans off now. Taking a slotted spoon, and I've just taken those things out like that. And it's 1:45, so I can take the old chicken off like that. Everything's off, okay? All the heat is off, done. And I have a tray of cooked fried things from the dry mix of this chicken, which is literally just come out. These have been out for 10 minutes or so and are still warm and fucking delicious. I've just taken the leaves out and we've got these lovely cauliflower florets.
Incredible.
Looks amazing.
It is fucking... do you know what? Sometimes there's like an effort reward. And like these take no effort whatsoever. It's like fucking effort level 1. Technical shit, 0. Outside, again, remember what I said last time about the temperatures? It's the temperature sensitivity that you need to be aware of. It is not the fucking, what do I put in? How much do I put in? Well, you all know out of season, because I've explained that. So you know what you're looking to extract. You can just, this could be just paprika, salt and pepper. You know, start with something that you know you understand. Doesn't need to be fucking elaborate with cinnamon and fucking blah, blah. Keep it fucking simple and then think what you'd like to add and do it again and again and again. The main thing is, can you get this oil to a stage where you deep fry it and it comes out like this? That's the main thing. And it's taken the time it's taken because we've been on 45 minutes and this is all fucking done. This could keep cooking. I could just keep fucking going. I could cook it all. And then by the time, you know, all of this fucking Canovo bullshit's fucking drops, everybody would be around fucking eating. Be great. So for couples or individuals or, you know, it's like, that's a lot of food to prep up. We can just keep going and do that. I could have finished these off in the oven if I wanted to. The main thing is get used to the heat and how sensitive you are to the way the frying process takes. Play this video back. Look at the time it took. Our fucking crunch. It's fucking perfect. It's fucking so good. I dare you, Liv, to come round and I'll throw it over the fence at you like a fucking dolphin. I'll fucking feed and fish you down the zoo. Drive past my door and pick this fucking shit up.
Don't tempt me. What oil did you use?
I used, that says pure vegetable oil.
Yeah.
This one says vegetable oil, but it's also rapeseed oil. And I used ghee because I didn't have enough oil. So I had one that was about there, one that was about there, and then a bit of ghee. It's just got to be enough like that. Like, you know, those are my pots. That's the oil I had. That's what I used. Didn't stop me fucking cooking it. Like, technically, I could have, if I only had a little bit of oil, I could have shallow fried, you know, like I did this chicken, everything. I just have to wait for the one dish to be done.
Okay.
Any oil you'd avoid using?
Say what?
Is there any oil you'd avoid using?
Yeah, don't use olive oil. Yeah. So the oils you want are neutral. Rapeseed oil, groundnut oil, vegetable oil, you know, ghee's too expensive to use. You could use fucking lard. That'd be fucking lush. Fucking chicken fried in lard. You know, that would be delicious. But you don't, the oil's not the star. It's not like, you know, it's not like when you add butter to your steak, you get a fucking lovely butter. This is not about that. This is, the oil is there to do a job. And its job, in fact, let's see if I can break this apart. Oh, motherfucker. Fucking asshole. Oh my God. Fucking asshole. Fuck. Oh, you see it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Look at that.
Wow. Wow.
It's just so succulent. It's all cooked. So you can see the cooking time that it took. Fuck me. Oh yeah. Fuck it up. Right.
Was the skin on those?
Hey, what?
Was the skin on those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. There's the skin. Skin's on it.
Oh, that's making
Oh
me
my God.
hungry.
That's just fucking delicious. It's fucking delicious. Could I do that with a whole chicken? Probably. I'd have to work out in my brain the different timings of the breast and how thick I wanted it. But you know, just buy a fucking piece of meat, do what we've done today, test it out. Know that if you're going to do it on the bone like that, you're going to need around 20 to 25 minutes. All right. And if I've learned anything, it was the first stage cook that I did was a little too aggressive. I take that one down. All right. So when you go back and look at this again, have a look at the first stage of when I put that chicken in. I'd have turned it down a little bit from there. It was a little bit too aggressive. It colored too fast. So that's new for me. And I would just adjust that as I got more experience at doing that dish. But the other one, you can see these ones are perfectly as I want them. That's exactly the color you want. Fucking beautiful. Yeah.
Turn off then.
Hey?
Turn off.
Who said what?
That was Arabella just saying, tell him off.
Oh, it's
Arabella, this is not a fucking social call. All right? You got something to fucking put in, you say it. Otherwise, take 2 cups and shut the fuck up.
I thought
Right.
we were on mute.
No. Bert, mute that fucking northerner.
Never.
Mute him. Just fucking mute him.
What? Hang on. Who?
Joe Cow.
Now, Arabella.
It's not Joe Cow personally, but that fucking bitch is just fucking gassing. Shut her up.
Ah, mute.
Mute him. Right. Good. Now then, any questions?
If you were to take one of those small thighs that you deboned
Yeah, that.
and cook it whole, shallow frying it,
Yeah.
well, you reckon like 10 minutes because it's thin and flat?
Yeah. 12, 15.
Cool.
Does that answer your question? 12, 15 minutes?
Yes, indeed. There was a pack Rachel bought me, I think it was 20 chicken thighs for £8.
Yeah.
I'm going to fry them.
Yeah. So, look, these are fucking awesome. Those cauliflower leaves are just fucking delicious. They're sweet, they're spicy, they're fucking beautiful.
Justin, what did you put in that in the dry mix with the flour? I got paprika, garam masala, and turmeric and salt. Was there anything else?
Turmeric, salt, paprika, garam masala, and
Bit of coriander.
coriander. So let me just write this down, Liv. I put a dessert spoonful of paprika in.
Hang on. Okay. Yeah.
Half a dessert spoonful of garam masala.
Yeah.
Half a teaspoon of coriander.
Yeah.
A teaspoon of turmeric.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
And then a fucking gargantuan bit of salt.
I spelled gargantuan.
You can spell it as 2 dessert spoons.
Okay.
All right? Because that seasoning has to go through all of that food. And bearing in mind, like I still got a fucking pile of it left.
Yeah.
All right? And in this one, I chopped up the garlic using the salt method that we've done before to make it into a paste. I just chopped the chili like that.
Okay.
Into very fine pieces, and I grated the ginger.
Okay.
All right, and I didn't even do anything with the fucking onions. There we are. But so if I was doing the onion very quickly, I would get the onions to this point where they're nice and like this, yeah,
Yeah.
like that, and then I would put them. I would do this with them, so I break them up a little bit like this. And then what I do is put them into the mixture that has the yogurt with some flour, and I would do them separate, and then I bring them together in balls,
Oh.
and then I deep fry them. Yeah?
Yeah.
For, oh, my eyes, fuck. For about, 3 minutes or until golden, because they're onions, and Just let them rest a little bit, drain them off nicely, job done. Oh, fuck me.
Okay.
Right. There we go. You can unmute Joe Cow now, Bert. He's back in.
I'm sorry about Arabella then. Team.
Joe, you've got to get a brace on that girl. You know, she's just fucking out of control.
The fucking lockdown's
Out
done.
of
She's
control.
fucking out.
You know, haven't you seen Game of Thrones? That's how Northerners treat their women.
I'm cutting that off.
You're not applied any of the fucking strategy of your fucking heritage. Anyway, right, are we all done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Any questions? Put them on the group. You can stop recording now, Bert.
Cool, stop recording.
Any questions? Put them on the group. This video.